football time in East Central Ohio.
From AVC Sports and WBMV, Barnesville Woodsfield's 93 BMV. Now it's time to head for the field for tonight's game on WBMV.
93 BNV.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Barnesville High School Stadium, where tonight, in Week 4 of high school football in Ohio, we have Barnesville Shamrocks hosting the Buckeye Local Panthers. Buckeye Local 1-2, and the Barnesville Shamrocks 3-0 and going for regular season win number 40 in a row tonight, which is now third all-time in the OVAC. Trying to get the second in a couple weeks, which is against Sistersville. I'm Mark Brown, Jeff Stevens, and Jeff, you look at this and you can't imagine it's going to be a super competitive game, but you never know.
Buckeye Local has really struggled over the last few years. The Panthers did pick up a win in overtime last week against Shadyside, so I'm sure they had a little more pep in their step at practice this week. But I'm sure the Panthers and their crowd know that they're up against quite a task here tonight, because this Barnesville team has been able to run the ball extremely well the first 3 weeks. I think a surprisingly easy win last week against Belair. So, the Shamrocks are on a roll at 3-0.
Yeah, Barnesville last week playing at the time 2-0 Bel Air, beat them 40-0. Had a running clock the entire second half, and I think that maybe surprised a few people. And before we have the national anthem here, Jeff, you want to give the sponsors?
Yeah, it's tonight. That's our game sponsors tonight are Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, and WVU Med Barnesville Hospital. And now we're going to step aside and have live coverage of our national anthem, which is brought to you by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together tonight as two communities united not only by the game of football, but by friendship and respect. We ask for your blessing and protection over the athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Lord, in the light of the recent tragic events in our nation, we pray for comfort, healing, and peace. We also pause to remember 9/11, honoring the lives lost, the heroes who sacrificed, and the unity that carried our nation forward. May that same spirit of strength and compassion guide us today. Bless this game with safety, sportsmanship, and fellowship, and help us to leave tonight more unified than when we came. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as the Barnesville Shamrock Marching Band plays our national anthem.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
back here at Barnesville Shamrocks Stadium, getting ready for tonight's game between the Buckeye Local Panthers and the Barnesville Shamrocks, coming to you tonight only live stream here on YRPtv. If you know somebody's trying to tune us in on the radio, well, they won't find us. And
They'll
also
have Caldwell and Buckeye Trail.
Caldwell and Woodsfield's on WWKC, and Shenandoah and Buckeye Trail is on WBNV tonight. Also want to thank Dalton Gambita, our director tonight, and Andrew Dunlap, our cameraman tonight. I'm Jeff Stevens with Mark Brown, and that national anthem was brought to you live by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union, and we thank them for sponsoring national anthems on all our broadcasts this year. Our in-game kickoffs will be sponsored by Valentine Insurance, all first downs by Bicon Services, trips to the red zone sponsored by J&M Electric, touchdowns by Kemp Insurance Agency, our scoreboard updates throughout the nights by Surgent Construction, all your video instant replays, High Street Seneca, and in post-game we will have a Barnesville Player of the Game sponsored by Dairy Queen. And the Barnesville Shamrocks, for the fourth week in a row, will receive the opening kickoff. They won the toss and elected to receive. Shamrocks have received the kickoff. Now this will be the fourth game in a row, and in the previous 3 games, the Shamrocks have scored on their initial possession.
All right, before we get to the actual game itself, the players getting ready to come out on the field here in just a minute. We'll go through the starters. First on the offense for the Barnesville Shamrocks. On the line, the starting center will be Christian Hannes. The left guard, Braxton Byers. Right guard, Dylan Lucas. The 2 tackles on the left side, Matt Cassiopo. And on the right side, Gavin Morris. The tight end is Logan Craker. And your skill players at quarterback, junior Cole Francis. First-year quarterback for Barnesville. The 2 running backs, Trey Tulliver and Kobe Jones. Tulliver averaging over 100 yards a game so far, and Kobe Jones about 90. And your 2 wide receivers will be Colt Carpenter and Joel Detling. And that's the starting offense for the Shamrocks.
When Buckeye Local, under their head coach, Chris Kedash, when they get the ball offensively, their quarterback is a senior, Grant Dombrowski. He'll wear number 4. A couple nice running backs, Xavier Eastham, who wears number 6, and Chase Wara, who wears number 10. And I think anytime you come into a game like this, Mark, where you're a definite underdog, as Buckeye Local is, a key is they need to possess the ball and run some plays and run clock. They can't afford to go 3 plays and punt with 2 of the plays being incomplete passes. They have to be able to run some time off the clock and try to keep the ball out of Barnesville's hands. Now, obviously, that's much easier said than done.
And, like many games, this will come down to the line play, and Barnesville's offensive and defensive lines have really just dominated everybody they've played so far this year. Just very, very impressive line play tonight. And, again, Christian Hannes is center, the 2 guards, Braxton Byer, Dylan Lucas, and the 2 tackles, Gavin Morris, Matt Cassiopo, and the tight end, Logan Craker. And those guys have done a great job all season so far.
And those guys on the interior, all extremely strong. They're physically big and strong, and they've just dominated the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively during the first 3 weeks of the season. So we're just a few moments away from our kickoff. I'd like to tell you who the officials are tonight, but I did not recognize any of the names, so I can't help you out there. Again, crowd starting to fill in here for the Shamrocks. Barnesville playing at home for the 3rd time in 4 weeks. And
of course, they will be on the road next week down in Woodsfield.
They'll play Monroe Central next week, and that will be back on WBNV and also YRPtv next week. And for the astute Barnesville fans, it's going to say, well, Barnesville Monroe Central always play later in the year. Yes, they for years have played week 8, but moved to week 5 this year as both teams had to undergo several changes on their schedules. And also, yes, Barnesville did play at Monroe Central last year, but in order to keep the balance of 5 home and 5 aways, Barnesville agreed to go to Monroe Central for a 2nd year in a row. But that will be next week, and hard to believe next week we'll be talking about the halfway part in the season. Looking at computer ratings also here, Barnesville would be second, or is second right now in the region. I can't mention the name of the team that's first. because Barnesville people would probably be upset with me for mentioning that team by name.
And maybe one of the best teams, if not the best team in the state, is actually below Barnesville right now, and that's
Yes,
Ironton.
Ironton, who won the state championship
Yes.
last year. But this year, if you finish in the top 4, you get a bye this
Right.
year.
And the top 12 make it to playoffs.
Right. Only top 12 will make it. So if you're in the top 4, you get a bye, and then we'll play at home the second week. And if you finish first and second, you would get a second home game if you win the first one. And we will not go to neutral sites until regional finals this year. So just a few changes, but the Coaches Association really moved, to move off of 16 and go to top 12 only, and the coaches agree that that's the best way, and I understand that also. So top 12 is the goal, and obviously top 4 to get a bye. So we're ready to go here for a Valentine Insurance kickoff. Looks like
Tulliver is deep, and Joel Detling is deep for the Shamrocks.
Looks like Grant Dombrowski is going to kick it off here for the Panthers.
And this will go to Detling, the junior, and he misses one band, but then gets it up to the 25-yard line where he's brought down. Shamrocks 1st and 10, again on their own 25.
Trying to catch the number there that come down made.
And we will apologize. They have white jerseys with light gray numbers, and it's very difficult to read. Those of you watching on TV may be able to see the numbers easier than us.
But the Shamrocks will start this possession at their own 25-yard line.
Cole Francis, the quarterback. Fullback is Jones, and Trey Tulliver is the tailback. This will be a fake pitch, and now it'll go deep, and he's got a man open. And can he catch it? Yes. And that is Colt Carpenter, and he is running and having a hard time being brought down. There is a flag down, and he almost gets it in the end zone, comes down on the 2-yard line. Let's see what the flag is. It might be a face mask, Jeff.
The defensive back there, Tyler Schubert, was beat and was holding on for dear life, but he didn't have any help. And where the flag was thrown, I'm going to say that probably is going to be the call. The ball's marked down at the 7. So that'll move the ball down. So that's going to be 68 yards.
It was on the 25.
Yeah, that's going to be a 68-yard play on that pass from Francis to Colt Carpenter. The penalty will now take the ball down to the 3-yard line, and Shamrocks in that power I formation. And there it is, Tolliver, touchdown.
So Jay Tolliver, another touchdown on the season, a 2-yard run, and with only, less than 30 seconds off the play clock, Barnesville already up 6-0.
And some Shamrock fans are going to get their first look at Luis Garcia, Spanish foreign exchange student who is now the Shamrock place kicker. Evan Wells will hold, and it booms right down the middle. So we're 22 seconds into the game, and we had a first down there, a Bicon Services first down, and a Shamrock touchdown sponsored by Kemp Insurance Agency, and a trip into the red zone by J&M Electric. So lots to get to there. So let's step aside for a real quick message, and we'll be back with the kickoff.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
All right, back
Number
here,
11.
back here at Shamrock Stadium. Deep men for Buckeye is Daniel Divchak. And Garcia is also going to kick it off here on this Valentine Insurance kickoff.
All right, big high deep kick, back to about the 4.
And picked up and bobbled there, and now across the 10 and brought down quickly Good special teams coverage there by the Shamrocks. Joel Detling, I believe, was down there, made that, was one of the first men downfield.
And that returner was Caden Littlejohn.
So Buckeye Local will start their initial possession now from their own 12-yard line. Barnesville already leading 7-0, and we've played all of 28 seconds. Dombrowski is the quarterback. Where's number 4? Fakes a handoff, a quick pass out, and is complete, but short gain. And that is Divjak is the receiver. They'll be out to they'll put him at the 19-yard line, pickup of 7.
Evan Carpenter with the tackle. And that was Little John. Divjak, okay.
Again, Dombrowski, single receiver or single back behind him. And the pistol, again, taking the play clock down now 10 seconds. And again, this is the strategy. Buckeyes going to try to use all that play clock before they snap the ball. Here's another quick out. And it's going to be caught and up across the 20. It's going to be very close to a first down. And that's number 5 is Huntley, Isaiah Huntley. They're going to put him down just short. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Yeah, less than a yard.
Again, short passing game on 2 straight completions there by the Panthers. And again, we got an official timeout here. Now they are going to measure. From where it started, I thought it was closer to the 12. I thought it looked like he had the first down. Still waiting on a signal from the officials.
I think this could be a first down. Yep,
it is a first down. And that is a Bicon Services first down for the Panthers.
First down, Panthers.
All right, so we'll give Huntley 3 yards.
But success there, I say, by the Panthers, working that play clock down. 2 short passes for the first downs. Now they hesitate here a moment while the chains reset. Now in the Buckeye Local with the ball on their own 23-yard line. Clock now winding. Again, Dombrowski, the quarterback, looks to the side, and he's probably going to wait for that play clock, which still is at 15. You want to wait for that to get down inside 10 before he snaps it. And he's right at 10, and he will keep the ball, Dombrowski, and go nowhere.
Gavin Morris with the tackle. And he's going to lose a yard or 2 on that. Loss of 2.
Just inside 10 minutes in the opening quarter, Barnesville scoring on their initial possession, keyed by a long pass play from Cole Francis to Colt Carpenter, and setting up a short run by Trey Tolliver for the touchdown. Again, one back beside the quarterback, Dombrowski. Dombrowski now fake and then try to get outside and go nowhere. Evan Carpenter and Hines Ford. That's going to be a loss back to the. Now maybe they'll be generous and give him no gain.
Make it 3rd down, 13.
So now a 3rd and down and long, 13 yards. 2 straight keepers by Dombrowski, both of them resulting in 3 yards lost total.
2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Dombrowski rolls to the right. His little swing pass. This will be complete, but the gain is very, very short. A lot of Shamrocks over there making the tackle there. As is the Easton. He'll make it out to the 26-yard line, pick up of about 5. and that will force Buckeye Local into a punting situation. And their quarterback, Dombrowski, will be in punt formation. Kicks away. It's a line drive kick. Caught on the fly at the 40-yard line. This is Detling. Tries to change direction. Is going to be brought down there on a nice tackle by Trey McCoy of the Panthers. And Barnesville now will take over for their second possession at their, where they mark it at their own 43-yard line.
Yes. 1st and 10.
7:59 on the clock, first quarter, 7-0 Shamrocks. Interesting that, the long pass on the first play could be something Barnesville really feels like they need to work on the passing game a little bit at times here this week.
All right, this will be Tulliver, and he's breaking loose.
And he's gone. He'll use the stiff arm and get in the end zone, 57 yards. Wow. Second touchdown of the game for Trey Tulliver. Shamrocks have run 3 plays, Mark, and scored twice.
Yes. And the other was a 68-yard pass completion. So again, the PAT attempt here. Hold is up good. Good kick right down the middle, and it's good. It was 7:47 still to go in the first quarter. It's Barnesville 14, Buckeye Local nothing. We'll be back after this.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
Round 5, 120.
Oh, okay.
Louise. Okay,
go ahead.
Back here for a Valentine Insurance kickoff. Garcia's kick again is high and deep inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. Up across the 15 and brought down. That will be Wara on the return.
And the tackle there, nice open field. Barnesville always good in tackling. That was Blake Messenger, the sophomore.
Buckeye Local will start at the 19 after that Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown, 57-yard run by Trey Tolliver. And Luis Garcia is now 6 of 6 on the year on the extra point kicks. 2 backs in the backfield now for the Panthers with the quarterback, Dombrowski. He'll hand the ball off. And nowhere to go. Guess who? Hines Ford.
That was a pretty good hard hit.
Easton was the ball carrier. Xavier Easton.
I was gonna say no gain.
Second and 10. Again, Panthers taking the play clock down. Dombrowski wants to throw. Fakes, now rolls to the right. And his pass was short hop and intended receiver.
Dombrowski's pass is incomplete.
Intended for Hayden Sion.
Well, I got a minute here.
And we have a flag on the play on the far side.
Want to acknowledge here the starters for Barnesville on defense. The linemen, Christian Hannes, Gavin Morris, Caden Berry, and Kobe Jones. The linebackers, Cole Carpenter, Hines Ford, Logan Craker, and Trey Tolliver. And the backs are Cole Francis, Jack Anderson, and Joel Detling.
He's going to get a 15-yard step off against the Shamrocks after roughing the passer. And put the ball down out at the 30, about the 34-yard line. A 15-yard step off. And that will be a first down, a Bicon Services first down for the Panthers. Handoff up the middle. That could be Eastham.
Yep, gain of about 3. That's our first positive running play in the 4 attempts. Phoenix ran with the tackle.
Again, as I've said a couple times thus far, the Panthers, very, very conservative here as far as their pace of play. They're running that play clock down, just now getting the play signaled in from the sideline with the play clock at 10. Second down and 7. Send a man in motion to the right. Toss to Eastham, and nowhere. Craker and Ford.
It's going to lose 3. Heinz Ford also.
That'll make it third down 8.
Yep, they're saying only 2. Okay.
It will be second down or third down, and 8 yards to go. We'll get it back. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 to each side of the quarterback, Dombrowski. Drops, wants to throw. Steps up, now he's going to run. It's up near the 40, trying to lunge forward. He's going to be short of the first down.
Be 4th down. Clock will keep running. It was in bounds.
Phoenix Graham, I believe, on the tackle there. A couple yards short. Put the ball at the 42-yard line. And it will be 4th down and 2. Panthers will line up here. No punt formation this time. We'll see if they actually snap the ball. Play clock at 10. Game clock continues to move. Just over 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. They will snap the ball straight ahead, run. Eastham lunges forward. I don't think he got there.
Nope, it needs to be about a yard short.
Kobe Jones in there made the play, and he's going to be short of the first down. Put the ball down at the 43, pick up about a yard.
So they'll bring up first down now for the Shamrocks in their own territory of the Panthers. And maybe they're going to measure it. I ended up from here. It's right across from us. It's short.
He's 2 feet short, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right from where you and I are right now. Our camera angle may be just a little bit off, but we're right straight on. He's definitely short. And that's our second measurement. I believe we had a conversation a couple weeks ago here about how officials are told to not measure on artificial turf fields.
Yeah, short. First down, Shamrocks be about a foot or 2 short, as you said.
That's a courtesy, I guess, to Buckeye Local maybe. I'm not sure. But regardless of the reason there, Barnesville does take over now on the Buckeye Local 43-yard line. 4:25 left, opening quarter. Barnesville leading 14-0. And as I said earlier there, Barnesville has run 3 plays from scrimmage. 1 went for 57 yards and 1 went for 68 yards.
And 1 went for 2, and 2 of those are touchdowns.
2 touchdowns and 3 snaps.
So again, Jones at fullback, Tulliver at tailback.
We'll see if we get Jones a touch here.
Yep, you will.
He'll have nowhere to go right up the middle.
No.
Nice job there by the front of the Panther line.
I think you give him maybe 2 or 3.
Ryder Tibbs.
We'll say 3 on that.
Second down 7.
Quick pass out to the left. Phoenix Graham, he'll get a first down. A Bicon Services first down near the 26-yard line. Got a 15-yard pickup. Shamrocks went to the line there and snapped that ball very quickly. Graham now comes out. And Detling will be wide to the right. Colt Carpenter wide left.
Again, a running play.
Jones, the ball carrier.
It is Kobe Jones.
Yes. Just watching here how much he got.
Cameron Rusnak.
They're going to give him about 6 yards.
Brings up second down.
So bring up a 2nd and 4. Ball on the Buckeye Local 21.
Hines Ford in there to the huddle late with the play.
Be a passing play, and had a man open, just overthrew him. That was
Jones.
Jones coming out of the backfield.
Oh, it's Ford. Excuse me. It is
Ford,
Ford.
okay. 8, yep.
But yeah, just the timing there, the ball out in the flat area, just, well ahead of the receiver. Just the timing just off on that brings up 3rd down and long 5.
All right, this will be Tulliver, and he's stopped. He's stacked up.
He's hit right at the line.
Yes.
Nice penetration there.
He might even lose a yard on that.
It's number 45, it looks like here. Trey McCoy popped through there from his linebacker position.
All right, that'll be a loss of a yard. 4th and 5 now for the Shamrocks. I formation.
A lot of movement there as Craker shifted.
Well, I think they're going to say it might be on defense.
The defense surged forward. The defense is in the neutral zone, so that's going to take it very close to a 1st down.
If not very manageable.
Yeah, just very, very close. A lot of difference between 4th and 5.5 and 4th and about a yard.
First penalty on the Panthers. Each team now with 1. And it will be 4th and 1.
Yeah, but when the Shamrocks
Power I
shifted,
formation. Tulliver breaks in. He's going to cut in. He's got the 1st down. And he has more than that. He's got a 16-yard touchdown run. Trey Tulliver's 3rd touchdown of the game. It's now Barnesville 20-0.
6 plays to go 43 yards. Wells to hold for Garcia's kick.
Up and good. If it hits that white banner up there from Woodsfield Savings Bank, it is good. And so with 2:04 to go in the first quarter, it's 21-0 Shamrocks. We'll be back in a minute.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. And we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
Valentine Insurance kickoff down to about the 7-yard line and across the 30 on the return. A nice return there. And that is number
10.
number 10.
Yeah.
On that.
Blake Messenger again with a tackle for Barnesville.
As Chase Warwa on the return. And that last possession by the Shamrocks, they entered the J&M Electric red zone and then had another Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown courtesy of Trey Tolliver. 21-0. Shamrocks, 1:57 left, opening quarter.
On the game on WBNB tonight, Shenandoah is ahead of Buckeye Trail 7-0 in the first quarter. Monroe Central is scoreless.
Panthers at their own 31-yard line for this possession. A fake inside, a quick pass out, and the ball is a little bit high and incomplete.
Dombrowski's pass is incomplete. Intended for Divjak.
Divjak was the intended receiver. Incomplete.
Brings up second down 10.
But that sun has finally dropped down
Yes.
enough mark there that we
Boy, isn't it nice.
can see a little bit better.
Dombrowski is 3 for 5 passing the ball.
Dombrowski came into the game with 23 of 48, 213 yards on the year with a couple of interceptions. Warra and Eastham, their leading ball carriers for the season through 3 games. Handoff and nowhere to go.
Wow, he got
52 and
stopped
green.
there, yes.
Eastham, the ball carrier.
Very impressive stop there, and that was Gavin Morris.
Eastham was the ball carrier. They'll put the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
No game.
3rd and 10. Yeah, big Gavin Morris there, 280-pound defensive tackle. 6'2", 280.
And he's a senior.
And one receiver
Running
wide
down. They got it just in
wide
time.
left, hand off at Eastham, and again he'll get a yard or two and be swarmed under by a whole bunch of Shamrocks.
Eastham on the carry.
Now Craker in there
Tackle by Logan Craker.
with the first hit.
Give him a yard out to the 32, and that will bring up a punt. And Dombrowski will be in punt formation for the Panthers.
Dombrowski back to punt.
40 seconds on the moving clock. They will have to snap the ball here, and we're going to get a whistle. And Buckeye
Timeout.
Local spends a timeout. So with 34 seconds on the clock here, that's good, and we'll keep it right here since we're this close to the end of the quarter. Once again, Shamrocks go 75 yards in 2 plays, 57 yards in 1 play, and 43 yards in 6 plays for their 3 possessions thus far. And all resulting in Trey Tolliver touchdowns and Luis Garcia 3 for 3 on extra point kicks. And I don't believe last week that Garcia kicked off. I believe that was still Hines Ford last week, but Garcia is kicking off tonight, and all first couple of his kicks were down inside the 5-yard line on the fly. And what a weapon that is.
Young man, exchange student from Spain.
Out for the timeout, we'll see 4th down and 9. Grant Dombrowski in punt formation. Again, he is the quarterback, so you always need to be a little cautious when the quarterback is back as the punter. But he will kick it away. There is a flag down at the snap. And the ball takes a bounce and all the way down to the 20-yard line.
This will be Detling, I believe.
He'll
And
nowhere after he picked it
No.
up. Yeah,
good punt coverage there by the Buckeye Local.
But the kick, the flag there at the snap tells me that's probably on the offense.
Tackle by Hayden Sion. Flag down.
20 seconds left. They'll ask Coach Allen now what he wants to do, but after that long roll, I think you make him kick it. Make him kick it again.
Yes. Hope for him. That's what he's
That
going
ball
to do.
all the way back to the 17-yard line. That, you know, with the big roll, I think we're going to go back and penalize the Panthers.
Yep, they're going to decline it.
Okay. Well, that's because it's 21-0.
Yes. Yeah, you would take that in a closer game.
And I understand that completely. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Shamrocks will put the ball in play at their own. Looks like they put it down at the 17-yard line. Yeah, if this was earlier in the game, it was still 7-0 or still scoreless. I'm sure that there would be a better chance that the Barnesville would have accepted that penalty.
So in a shotgun now, and it's a handoff here to the man in motion. And Evan Wells, okay, the backup quarterback.
In a wide out position, he'll get about
Tackled by Trey McCoy.
to the 23-yard line.
5 yards.
Second down, 5.
And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. And we played one quarter here at Shamrock Stadium. Barnesville 21 and Buckeye Local 0. Back with quarter number 2 next.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
There's a couple scores Mark gave earlier there, updates by Surgeon Construction. Our video replays you're seeing tonight are instant replays by High Street Seneca. Mark will check some other scores here as we get ready to start the second quarter for third down and about 4. Shamrocks in control, 21-0. Their own 23-yard line.
Right now Caldwell up over Monroe Central, 7-0. Meadowbrook and Crooksville scoreless.
There's updates brought to you by Surgeon Construction.
And this will be Kobe Jones with the carry. He'll pick up a couple yards, be short of the first down. Give him 3 on that.
Put him down at about the 25-yard line.
Third down, 2.
Third and a couple.
You notice a different voice. Joe Bradfield not announcing tonight. Boomer Reed doing the honors. And this will be the Tulliver. I believe it's the tailback. And it is, yes, and it is a first down.
And that would be a Bicon Services first down. Out to the, putting him at the 28-yard line.
78 yards rushing now for Tulliver on 5 carries. Of course, most of that on the 57-yard touchdown run. Trey does have 3 touchdowns already tonight, all 3 for the Shamrocks, as it's 21-0 early in the second quarter. This will be a passing play, and it is caught there, and that will be to Phoenix Graham.
Yeah, be out of bounds on the far sideline there. Wait to see where they mark it.
Looks like it's going to be around the 45.
46. I think they're going to put it at Bicon Services first down. That should be about 18 yards.
18 yards, yes. Phoenix Graham's second catch of the game.
Well thrown ball there by Francis. Delivered that right on the money to out to the far sideline.
Play being called in. All the players looking at their plays on their forearm, and this will be a keeper by Cole Francis, and he's brought down for a loss. Nice penetration there by Buckeye Local.
I'm trying to catch that number. 54 looked like made the penetration there. Jevin Velez had a hold of the ankles of Francis, and the result's going to be a loss of a couple of yards.
-2. That'll bring up now a 2nd and 12.
seen a line for the Panthers make some penetration a couple times tonight, making a couple of plays, but just not enough from their standpoint.
This will be a sweep left to Tolliver. He picks his way, finds a hole, and he's going to jump away, gets away again, and finally he is swarmed down inside the 20-yard line.
18:32.
Broke a couple tackles there.
38 yards. Does that sound right?
That sounds right. 38, and that will now put Tolliver over 100 for the game.
And that puts it down in that play puts Barnesville in the J&M Electric red zone. And also that is another Bicon Services first down, courtesy of Trey Tolliver.
116 yards rushing now for Tolliver.
When Tolliver gets out in the open field, he's been extremely difficult to bring down.
This will be a fake sweep. It'll be a quick hitter to, I think that's Hines Ford. Yes, and he's going to lose a couple yards. Again, good penetration there. I believe it's the same young man that made the last one. Yes, Jevin Velez. So a 2-yard loss.
20-yard line, yes, a loss of 2.
We got a lost cell phone just turned into the press box.
So 2nd and 12. Passing place being set up here. And he's got a man wide open there, and it's caught for a touchdown. I think that's Colt Carpenter. Am I right, Jeff? Get the binoculars out here.
Detling.
No, that's Detling. Okay, Joel Detling with the touchdown. And that is
20 yards.
20 yards.
So Garcia will try an extra point again out of the Wells hold. We'll see how he is at this end of the field.
Pretty good. Puts it into the trees over the fence.
And that is a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown.
28-0 Barnesville. 8:48 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Back for our Valentine Insurance kickoff. Garcia booms another high kick down near the 4-yard line. Out across the 15, 20, 25. A little bit of running room there before the man's brought down.
He's down about the 31, 32-yard line.
Yeah, that is Wara on the return.
A game kind of interesting tonight. A future Barnesville opponent, the Lindsay Cadets, playing St. Clairsville tonight. We'll see how that one turns out. Right now, it's scoreless in the first inning. Caldwell up 7-0 over Monroe Central. Harrison over Union Local 3-0. Crooksville over Meadowbrook 7-6. And Buckeye Trail trailing Shenandoah 7-0.
And those scoreboard updates brought to you by Surgent Construction. Panthers from their own 31-yard line. Hand off to man on the little counter action, but going nowhere. Divjak is the ball carrier, number 11. He'll get a couple of yards, maybe out to the 33. Again, a quick pass out and complete the 35. Oh, no, near the 35 before brought down. That is Jack Anderson on the tackle. Divjak is the receiver. Put the ball down at the 34-yard line. Pickup of only about a yard. Third down and about 7. And there's some movement on the offensive line by the Panthers, and it's going to cost them 5 yards. The right guard there is kind of like, what did I do? But everybody in the place was pointing at him. I think he feels like he hadn't come set yet, but he definitely flinched. And that takes the ball back to about the 29, probably.
Second penalty against the Panthers. Both of them were 5 yards each.
That's going to be third down and about 12.
I formation. Nope.
Dombrowski wants to throw. Again, a quick out, a wide receiver screen, and a short gain there.
Dombrowski's pass is complete to Caden Littlejohn.
Littlejohn on the reception, but he's only going to pick up about a yard.
Hines Ford to tackle.
Hines Ford with the tackle.
Big 4th and 10.
And that will bring up another punt formation. Punt here for the Buckeye Local Panthers. Dombrowski.
Phoenix Graham and I believe Detling back deep.
Yes. And letting the play clock run down now inside 5 and whistle and
a timeout. No indication yet.
Well, waiting to see. I don't know.
They have the wrong ball in there?
Well, sometimes they bring a different ball in to kick.
Excuse me, yes.
So snap back to Dombrowski. Kick short. It'll hit and bounce. Be taken by Detling at the 30.
And he's got some room.
And a flag down.
He'll make it all the way down to about the Buckeye Local 40-yard line. It'd be 41, but let's see what the penalty is.
And that's usually where it's some type of a blocking violation, a block in the back or hold, something like that. And you see the Shamrocks already going back. We look back here, and there is the center, Christian Hannes. He's already standing back at the 20-yard line. He knows where this huddle is going to be taking place. And the flag right about the 50, so this should take the ball in about the 35. Or now about the 40, 10-yard step off for holding. So they put it at the 41.
Caldwell now up 14-0 over Monroe, next week's opponent for the Shamrocks. And Meadowbrook now ahead of Crooksville 13-7.
And make this a Shamrock possession starting at their own 39-yard line. 6:33 left in the first half, 28-0 Shamrocks.
And I believe this is Tulliver. Yes, it is. And he will pick up about 6 yards before he's brought down.
It's a nice open field tackle.
Yes.
There by Isaiah Huntley. Just a freshman, according to my roster. He made a nice open field tackle. And Tolliver, who's not been easy to tackle, he did a good job there. But to pick up of, what'd you call it?
6, yes.
6 or 7 yards.
No, they're giving him 7. Okay, they got it.
And they put him out to the 46.
Tulliver in motion. Quick hitter up the middle. And that is Hines Ford.
Kobe Jones.
Kobe Jones. That's a 9.
To the 41-yard line.
First down, Shamrocks.
About 13 yards. That is a Bicon Services first down. How many yards you give him on that, Mark?
I gave him 13.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Close enough.
Yes.
The 41-yard line.
1st and 10, Shamrocks. I formation. Cole Francis again makes the pass over here quickly now to Colt Carpenter, a quick hitter. And he is held on there until the tacklers can come up and finish him off.
Out to the 34-yard line,
maybe.
maybe.
Caden Littlejohn that was able to hold on to him.
About a 7-yard pickup.
Okay.
to the 34-yard line. Of course, that last run there by Kobe Jones was a Bicon Services first down.
Cole Francis now 5 for 6 throwing the ball.
We see Barnesville, lining some people up differently. The last couple plays we've seen Tolliver, split out or winged, doing some different things here.
And they're going deep again. He's got a man open, and it's caught for a touchdown. Wow, and that is Jimmy Graham.
A Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown.
34 yards.
That
nice
coming
pass.
At 4:38 left here in the second quarter. The fifth Shamrock touchdown. Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown.
Barnesville now over 150 yards passing on 6 of 7. The PAT kick by Garcia is good, and it is 35-0 Barnesville with 4:38 still to go in the first half. We'll be back after this.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology, and a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
And a Valentine Insurance kickoff here by the Shamrocks. This will be the 5th time the Shamrocks have kicked off tonight. Luis Garcia. And he's been booming him inside the 5. This one maybe not quite as deep, taking about the 12-yard line. And an open field tackle. Divjak on the return, and I'm trying to pick up the number.
On the tackle.
They say Mankin, still can't see the number.
23.
Apologize. Okay. Yes, Knox Mankin, and he's a freshman. Nice open field tackle there for a freshman.
Ball will now be put in play by the Panthers. Will put it down at the 25-yard line. Not very many yards overall by the Panthers here in this first half. Dombrowski wants to throw. Quick downfield, almost intercepted. Ball right in the hands. And I think that's maybe Evan Carpenter. Yeah.
Yes. The pass was a 10 for Huntley, and Evan Carpenter almost getting hold on. I think it was in his there before he realized it.
4:28 now on the clock. First half, 35-0 Shamrocks.
Pass attempt
Dombrowski
again.
Scrambling. He has some running room, and his ball is intercepted
by a lineman. Let's see who that is. Wow.
Christian Hannes, I believe.
Yes, it is. One of the linemen sliding over, pursuing the ball, and throws it right into his hands.
Christian Hannes normally lines up as a left defensive end. The ball right in his hands. Of course, Christian touches the ball on every offensive snap because he's the center.
Exactly.
But nice grab there, and looked like he knew what to do. And gets the ball out now to the 23-yard line. This is where Barnesville will start this possession.
Still 4:17 to go in the first half. Barnesville up 35-0. All right, this will be a quick handoff. This is Heinz Ford.
He's going
to have a first down.
He's going to get into the J&M Electric red zone. Down about the 12-yard line for a Bicon Services first down.
It'll be 11 yards for Hines Ford.
Seen some different ball carriers. A lot of guys getting a chance to tote the ball here. And I'm sure that'll be the way through much of the second half.
Again, if things hold up like this, it will be a running clock in the second half.
Here's this power formation.
And wow, there's Hines Ford, and nobody even near him. He just runs over a man. And that is a 12-yard touchdown for Hines Ford.
Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown.
First contact he had is the man he ran over on the goal line.
That's a two-play, 23-yard drive. Hines Ford, his first touchdown of the night. And the yardage on that was 12 yards,
yes, correct. So Garcia again. And the high snap, and
Wells did a nice job
able to bring it down and get it down there, and Garcia still puts it up. And what, he is
6 for 6 tonight.
6 for 6, 2 for 2, or 3 for 3 last week. So the young man has figured this game of American football out.
Let's go ahead and keep it here during this time. And one more reading here of our sponsors, because time may get short here in the second half. Thank you. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford, Lincoln Nissan, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, and WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital. Our instant replays that you're seeing, all these Barnesville touchdowns, sponsored by High Street Seneca. Our earlier scoreboard updates by Surgent Construction. Touchdowns, all 6 of them tonight, sponsored by Kemp Insurance Agency. Trips to the red zone by J&M Electric. First downs by Con Services. And we're about to have another Valentine Insurance kickoff. And our national anthem tonight was brought to you, the live coverage of that, by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union, our sponsor for the national anthem. And Garcia now for another kickoff.
And I look now at the players in there now for Barnesville. A lot of younger players, subs already.
Hey, those kids deserve to play on a Friday night. A nice high kick down inside to about the 7-yard line.
And he swarmed under.
And he gets out to
by a lot of freshmen, sophomores for Barnesville.
Out about the 20-yard line.
We'll see if Barnesville starts subbing already, if they're going to wait till the second half. Looks like most of the starters coming in.
Daniel Divchak was the return man there for the Panthers. I tell you, the kicks inside the 10 by Garcia, and great height on those kicks also.
Yeah, that's a weapon, Jeff, if you've got somebody who can do that.
Buckeye will start this possession at their own 21-yard line. Field position, I don't believe, I have to go back and check it. I don't think Buckeye's been across the 50.
No, I don't think so either.
Here so far in the game, we're going to get a whistle prior to this snap. And we're going to get a 5-yard step off on somebody, an encroachment call.
Encroachment.
And seeing which direction they pointed here. Barnesville's moving backwards. I think the Shamrocks are guilty of a 5-yard step off. Lining up in the neutral zone.
Okay, and that will be the second penalty of the game on Barnesville, each of them with 2.
Still 3:38 left in the first half, and it's 42-0 in favor of the Shamrocks. Well on their way to consecutive regular season win number 40. Dombrowski handoff. Again, not much running room up the middle. The ball carrier looks like Wara. He'll get it, maybe give him a yard. Well, yeah, give him a yard to the 27.
First name is Chase. So about 2nd and 4. Reminder, there was a 5-yard penalty to start this on Barnesville.
Handoff.
It's going to be close to a first down.
I'm trying to look at the numbers here. First contact by
Jack Swally.
Again, hard to see those numbers. And that will be a first down. Bicon Services first down as they put.
First down, Panthers.
And again, I didn't catch the ball carrier.
Well, they didn't announce it either, so I don't think anybody did.
Put the ball out to the 31-yard line, and that will be a Bicon Services first down.
Again, these jerseys very hard to read from up here in the press box for Buckeye Local.
Dombrowski, quick out, complete on the far side, but no gain at all. Tackle there by number 23, and that is Mankin.
Little John with the catch.
There's a couple plays we've seen Mankin now.
He's a freshman, I believe.
Out to the 36-yard line, so a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah. This will be a little bit of room in here. It's not going to be a first down, but it will be about 3.
Yeah, Eastham
yep.
on the carry. He'll get out to about the 40, pickup of about 4. That will be third down and a yard. We're inside 1:45 in the time remaining here in the first quarter.
7 yards rushing on 7 carries for Eastham, leading ball carrier.
Dombrowski rolling out. He's going to keep it. Looks like he's going to get out of bounds, and he should have his first down on the far side. At Bicon Services first downs, they'll mark him at about the 41-yard line. That's just about right at the marker.
Yeah, Logan Craker, the defensive end on that side, or linebacker.
Pick up about a yard by Dombrowski on that. But the play goes out of bounds. 1:20 left on the clock, first half. Dombrowski back, wants to throw across the middle. Ball's in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Incomplete.
Not sure who that was intended for. It went over one player and in front of the other.
Huntley ended up being the closest man, but I thought maybe he was trying to hit the guy in front, and the pass was a little bit high.
Yeah, regardless, it's incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
See some more subbing there. Caden Berry comes out as the Shamrocks will go with an extra defensive back. And we're going to get a step off of 5 yards on Barnesville there. And I saw the play there as the defensive back on this side. And unfortunately, that was Vince Taylor. And he stepped up toward the receiver that he was guarding, but he stepped into the neutral zone. So I'll take the ball out to the 46-yard line. 5-yard step off on Barnesville. 2nd down, 5. Dombrowski quick out here again. Ball's caught. Sidesteps one across midfield and out of bounds.
It's going to be a first down.
That is Divjak on the reception. He'll get to the 46-yard line.
It'll be 8 yards. Hines Ford with the tackle.
Bicon Services first down, and that may very well be the first time in the game that Buckeye has crossed midfield. 1:08 before half. Dombrowski now rolling out. He's pursued. He unloads the ball low, incomplete. Man trying to come back to the ball, but could not do so. That will be incomplete.
Well, we'll stop the clock.
Yeah, Little John was the intended receiver. 1:01 left before halftime. 2nd down. This is also one of Buckeye Local's longest possessions.
Yes, yeah, I was
as far
just
as
thinking
number of plays that they have run. 3 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. And again, looking to the side, the incomplete pass, the clock was stopped. And they're about to run out here, and we're just barely getting the snap off. Pass complete on the far side, and what an open field tackle there. That's Taylor, I believe. Yeah, Vince Taylor come up and made a nice open field tackle. Huntley was the receiver. Pickup of Now, actually going to lose a yard.
Right.
Tackled by Vince Taylor.
And
Taylor's family apparently sitting right below us, Jeff, as that drew some applause.
I heard him announce before the game here, Shamrocks do play a JV game tomorrow. Now, I'm not sure. I'll have to check and see for sure where it is. And it's not against Buckeye Local.
Right.
I think they said Claymont was the opponent.
Now, they're having trouble finding JV games. Of course, last week they had to play Steubenville, their first loss of the season, the Shamrocks, 14-8.
We'll try maybe check on that at halftime.
Yeah, we
for
will.
Sure on the JV game. But that's going to be 3rd down and 11, 53 seconds on the clock. That is before halftime, 42-0 in favor of the Shamrocks. Again, Panthers come out with 3 receivers wide right.
1 left.
Dombrowski alone, quick out on the quick look, and ball's complete. And again, across the 40, not first down, but Eastham on the catch down to the 39-yard line. 8-yard pickup.
Take a 4th down, 3.
And it'll be 4th and 3. Dombrowski wants to keep it, and he's going to be tackled. I think he's short of the first down.
Yeah, it's close to the end. We'll see. See if they decide to measure this one again.
Jackson Swally, I believe, that made the tackle there. They stopped the clock with 27 seconds. It is short of the first down.
But definitely the best drive that we've seen from Buckeye Local tonight.
Yeah, getting down to about the 37-yard line.
So Barnesville here, I would think, will probably just take a knee. We'll see. They got 27 seconds.
Yeah. By my count, Buckeye Local had possessed the ball for 12 plays on that possession.
All right.
But you're not really getting a lot of yardage. They were aided by a couple Barnesville penalties. 27 seconds left in the half.
Yep, they are going to throw it right now. Under pressure and running the ball.
Francis.
Yes, Francis, of course.
Give him about 3 yards.
I thought they'd take a knee there.
They get the ball out to about the 40-yard line.
Barnesville going to call a timeout.
We'll spend one of their 3 timeouts now with 16 seconds left. Ball at the 41-yard line.
Again, our game next week will be televised live on YRPtv on YouTube, Facebook, and also on the radio next week, and that will be Barnesville at Monroe Central. Jeff and I will be, I'll be traveling down the Woodsfield. You'll be walking to the stadium from your house. And a big game tomorrow. That'll be on WILE, I believe, Ohio State hosting the Ohio Bobcats. And Jeff, am I right, or are you an Ohio alum?
I'm alum of Ohio University.
That's what I thought.
Yes,
yeah.
Back in the day.
yeah.
OU coming off a win over WVU last week in Athens. And if you're a WVU fan, I'm sorry, but it looks like offensively the Mountaineers have got some work to do. So now with 16 seconds left.
And that is, again, on 97.7 tomorrow, WILE, if you want to listen on the radio.
And it is a night game,
yeah,
7 o'clock start.
Drop back. This will be a screen to Tulliver, and he's tripped up there. Nice play.
I'm not sure who got a hold of him.
I think it was 45.
If that is, that's Trey McCoy. And that's going to be a pickup of only a couple of 3 yards. Now Barnesville will let the clock run out.
The way Tulliver runs, that may have saved a touchdown. He did have some room in front of him.
We've seen the Shamrocks turn a couple screen plays into touchdowns this year, but we've reached halftime here at Shamrock Stadium. Barnesville 42, Buckeye Local nothing. We'll step aside for some messages, and we'll be back in a few moments with some halftime stats. Again, Barnesville 42, Buckeye Local nothing at the half.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Buckeye Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Buckeye Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Buckeye Services, building the future one project at a time.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system, and we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. All Well is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology and a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Report. We have seen some news regarding some high-profile transfers over the years, and this year is no exception. But what are the rules? We'll discuss with Tim Streed of the OHSAA next on the Ohio News Network.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision, in every season.
Friday night under the lights reminds us teamwork, dedication, and community start in our schools. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wenson, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we are proud to sponsor tonight's game and even prouder to support our public schools. Whether it's touchdowns or textbooks, success starts with a strong foundation. From the classroom to the end zone, we believe in every student's potential because in Ohio, public education matters.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We are joined this evening by Tim Streed, Director of Information Services with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And Tim, we will occasionally hear stories about high school transfers. There are obviously rules in place to keep an eye on things in regards to the transfer of high school athletes. Can you share with people what rules are in place and I guess what families probably need to be aware of if they're considering a move to another district or another change of school that might impact their high school son or daughter's eligibility?
Sure. Hey, Skip, great to be with you again. Thanks for having me on. And you're right that, transfers are definitely in the news again, especially right now, and it's such a prominent part of college sports now. It's much more prominent at the college level, but certainly there are always a number of transfers at the high school level too. The most common transfer, of course, is family moves from town A to town B. That's the most common one, and almost all of those are approved. But there are, of course, a number that do not get approved, and the ones that don't get approved are when the transfer was for athletic purposes. That is a function of our office, of our eligibility and compliance department, which is a lot smaller than the NCAA, but we do our best, and essentially our schools have voted into place a set of bylaws that govern that. And we have staff that work through that with our member schools. When there is a transfer, there is paperwork that comes into our office, and then we take it from there. But certainly our goal is that students, unless their family needs to move, our goal is that students stay at their high school and compete there. A lot of transferring is well, it's not good for college athletics either. I guess that's a whole nother conversation, but we don't think it's great for high school sports either.
Well, Tim, I'm sure it's a case-by-case basis, but roughly how many transfers are generally approved with no issue? And I guess are kids able to play at all if there is one?
Yeah, good question. On an average year, there's more than 1,000 transfers. And again, most of those are because the family has moved to a different town. So, in fact, I think last year there were even 1,300 transfers. It seems like a lot. It seems like a big number, but it's really not. I mean, keep in mind that we have 818 high schools. So really 1,300 transfers, that's less than 2 per school. So, it's really not a lot. The transferring paperwork takes a bit of a time, meaning a couple of weeks to work through in our office. We do talk to the schools involved. But if a student does not meet one of the exceptions, that student can still play the first half of the season. In the case of football, the student could play the first 5 games, but then they would have to sit out the rest of the season. And that is actually a lesser penalty than what it had been for a long time. It used to be that a student would sit out the whole season, but now it's just the second half of the season. And, the vast majority of transfers are approved. I think 85% of the transfer applications do get approved. And again, that points back to the common transfer where a family moves to another town. That is the majority. 85% of those get approved. That remaining 15%, that's where we really have to do some digging. Sometimes those are high-profile cases too. I think every year there is either a court case or a lengthy deliberation on some of them. So that definitely does take some time.
And Tim, having gone to a Catholic school, I know the answer to this one, but how much more complicated does it become when kids transfer from a public to a private school?
That does make it more complicated, for sure. One thing I will say is the other way around is the easy one. If a student starts their high school career at a non-public school, they can always go back to their local public school. That's the easy one. You can always have a one-time transfer out. Going the other way around, a little more complicated.
Tim Streed with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tim, we always appreciate your time, okay?
Sounds good, Skip. Thanks for having me on.
And we'll be back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Christopher Kinsey from Cardington Lincoln High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
I mean, I've been playing with these kids since I was in 5th grade, so you kind of build like a brotherhood and like the camaraderie that you have, not just about the game, just like kind of life itself, responsibility, knowing where to be. Resilience is a big one too. I feel like I've gained from it.
Lessons in football, lessons in FFA.
The things I learned, and I knew that I wanted to have, hopefully maybe an ag background in my life. I've showed livestock since I was, very young, and so it was just kind of a given.
And of course, the importance of agriculture.
There's family generation farms that, that's their whole life, and agriculture, I mean, that's the stuff that brings your community around. Yeah, I think it's just the most important thing ever. I mean, people underestimate it.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
This is ONN.
Our thanks again to Tim Streed with the Ohio High School Athletic Association for joining us tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Bex Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling from the Ohio News Network.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you. you.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
Where the Shamrocks lead Buckeye Local Panthers by a score of 42-0. Shamrocks on the board early and often. 3 Trey Tolliver touchdowns in the first quarter, a 3-yard run, a 57-yard run, and a 16-yard run. And 3 Luis Garcia extra point kicks made it 21-0 Shamrocks at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, 2 Cole Francis touchdown passes, one to Joel Detling that covered 20 yards, and one to Phoenix Graham for 34 yards. And also a Hines Ford 12-yard run in there. And Garcia with 3 more kicks, making him 6 of 6 for this game. And Barnesville leading 42-0 at halftime. And we will be at a running clock the entire second half unless the scores would go back under 30 on that. But it is 42-0. And Mark, you got some individual stats there. Are you ready for... Are you ready? You ready to do individuals then?
All right. Apologize for eating fed up here by Convenient today, and
I apologize for your partner throwing you a curveball.
Yeah, I still had a potato wedge in my mouth. Okay, we'll go through the stats. As you can figure, very one-sided. Just because of the way the score is. Barnesville leading 42-0 at halftime. Let's go through Buckeye Local first. Grant Dombrowski, the quarterback, has thrown the ball 13 times. He's completed 10. All of them those short passes. The longest pass he's completed is 8 yards. So the total of all those together is only 37 yards. Rushing, Dombrowski, the quarterback, with 5 carries for 6 yards. Xavier Eastham, he has carried the ball 7 times for 7 yards. Chase Warwa, 1 carry for 1 yard, and Dibjack, 1 carry for 2, so add that all up. 16 yards rushing, 37 yards passing, 43 yards in offense total for Buckeye Local. They've been penalized 2 times for 10 yards, and they do have 1 turnover as Dombrowski did throw an interception. Barnesville, as you can figure, much more impressive numbers. Cole Francis has completed 7 of 8 passes tonight. 2 to Cole Carpenter for 75 yards, 1 to Joe Detling for 20, 1 to Trey Tolliver for 3, and 3 to Phoenix Graham for 67 yards, including a 34-yard touchdown. And also Detling, I believe his was a touchdown, the 20-yarder. So passing tonight, 165 yards passing for the Shamrocks. Rushing, Cole Francis, the quarterback, 1 yard on 2 carries. Trey Tolliver, 4 touchdowns tonight. Or am I correct on that, Jeff? 3. 3 touchdowns, okay. He's carried the ball 7 times for 122 yards.
And he's averaging over 10 yards a carry for the season through 3 games, so that obviously is going to go up.
Yeah, 7 carries, 122 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kobe Jones, 3 carries for 25 yards. Hines Ford, 3 carries for 23 yards, including a 12-yard touchdown. Evan Wells, 1 carry for 5 yards. Add them all up, and you've got 172 yards rushing, 165 passing for Barnesville, a total of 337 yards of offense. No turnovers, 3 penalties for 25 yards. So, again, that's what brings us to this high score. And we did check just I remember this, Jeff. The reserve game tomorrow, we weren't sure about that. It is tomorrow morning. It is at Claymont, which is up towards New Philadelphia, up in Yerkesville. So that is where the reserve game tomorrow is if you're interested in that.
Before we get started in the second half here, we'll do our game sponsors here and say thank you to all those people. WVU Medicine, Barnesville Hospital, Bicon Services, West 40 Auto Sales, Village Hardware and Rental, Doane Ford, Dutro Ford, Lincoln Nissan, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Abel's Electric, Heating and AC, Patrons, Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Excuse me. Also, our pregame national anthem brought to you live was sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. All of our in-game kickoffs, of which we've had many, sponsored by Valentine Insurance. First downs by Bicon Services. Excuse me. All trips into the red zone by J&M Electric. Touchdowns by Kemp Insurance Agency. Our scoreboard updates by Surgeon Construction. Instant replays on video by High Street Seneca. And after the game, Mark and I will pick a player of the game for the Shamrocks, sponsored by Dairy Queen. And all those numbers about had me choked up, Mark.
Yes. That and a couple potato wedges probably didn't help either.
Now those
convenient. Or chicken wings.
Those chicken wings had a little bit of spice to them, the ones I grabbed.
All right, so just a couple reminders here. It looks like Evan Wells is warming up at quarterback. We will have a running clock, so this half will probably go pretty quickly. I'm sure we'll see mostly all backup players. I'd be surprised if any, or very few if they do. Starters or regulars will play here in the second half with a 42-0 lead. So we'll be ready for that. And again, a reminder, both we're not on, of course, the radio tonight. They're doing the Shenandoah Trail game, but we will have both on the radio and TV, next week. We will have the game at Monroe Central, kickoff at 7 a.m. We'll go on the air about 10 till 7.
And a quick Surgeon Construction scoreboard update here, just somewhere near halftime. Caldwell was leading Monroe Central 28-0. Lindsley and St. Clairsville, I know, was tied at 7. And trying to think, Steubenville was trailing again in the first half, and they're 0-2 for the year. Maybe we'll try to check some more scores here during the early part of the third quarter.
Well, I was like
Fort Fry. You mentioned they had a big game down in their neck of the woods against Waterford.
Yeah, that's their rival.
And in the second quarter, Fort Fry was leading that game 21-0.
And they beat, Wheeling Central last week.
And I'll tell you what, the Fort Fry team we saw here week 1 and the last 3 weeks now, obviously a different unit.
Meadowbrook right now, who Barnesville played 2 weeks ago, they're leading Crooksville 13-7 at half. Harrison Central trailing Union Local 7-3. Of course, Harrison will be on Barnesville's schedule, I believe, next year. And we already gave the Monroe Central score there. So those are some of the area teams, at least teams that Barnesville will be playing this year, how they are doing this evening.
And again, if you're not, I don't know how much people follow, but once Barnesville defeats a team, you want that team to win.
Exactly. And that's how Fort Fry is going to help Barnesville.
Yes.
And I think Bel Air will too.
Yeah.
I think Bel Air's going to win some games this year. Yeah, they were playing, I believe, was it Brooke or John Marshall? I think John Marshall tonight.
They were getting beaten. They were losing by a pretty big score.
Okay, I hadn't looked that one up.
So Luis Garcia for a Valentine Insurance kickoff to start the third quarter. And, of course, the ball is ready for play. Clock is already moving. And, again, another high kick. Not quite as deep, down inside the 15-yard line. And a little bit of open space across the 30. Eastham, I believe. And Joel Detling. So Buckeye Local now from their own 30, see they put it down, it looks like the 32-yard line.
Again, bear with us. With a lot of subs in here, we may have a hard time knowing who some of these people are. They're at least, when they do make a play.
Again, the handoff there by Buckeye.
Easton with the carry. I think he's going to get a yard, and that's going to be it.
It looked like they also had a different quarterback. Looked like sophomore Coop Baker was a quarterback. So, yeah, out to the 33-yard line, pick up of maybe a yard. Buckeye not nearly as deep a roster as far as numbers as what Barnesville has. Baker across the middle, ball is complete. That is Divjak.
And he was tackled there by Blake Messenger.
Divjak gets out to, puts him on the 40, pickup of some 7 yards.
We've said Blake Messenger's named quite a bit tonight, sophomore.
And there's a handoff, and then in the backfield, I see.
Well, it almost looked like the quarterback didn't let go of the ball, like he was going to want to pull it out because he saw the play wasn't going to work. And the running back there, who did you say was?
Ridge Holiday. Divjak was he's at the 36-yard line, so he lost 4. It's 4th down, and the Panthers will, keep their offense on the field, trailing 42-0. Chance to work on some snaps. This is Baker, throw across the middle, and the ball is going to be caught.
I think it's going to be short, though.
That's a really nice grab there by Isaiah Huntley. They'll mark him down at the 41-yard line, and he is going to be short of the first down.
Holiday, the tackler. Turnover on downs.
And Barnesville will take over now at the Buckeye 41-yard line. That may be the best grab of a reception we've seen tonight on,
he was
on
up
either
in the
side,
air,
as far as being up in the air and holding on, but just was a yard short of the first down.
Got hit right as he caught the ball. All right, Evan Wells, the sophomore, will be the quarterback for a good chunk of this half, if not all of it.
And if you were at the game last week at Blair in the second half, Wells had an 82-yard touchdown run himself.
That's a big hole. Wow. Doesn't matter who's in there.
That's Blake Messenger.
41 yards.
That's Blake Messenger, 41 yards.
Yeah.
That coming at about 8:40 or approximately because the clock keeps moving.
And Garcia will kick it. Now let's see if they still have Wells holding the ball.
I would say this would be probably your first group, still on the special teams.
Now there's a different holder for Barnesville.
Yeah. And this kick for the first time, it's good. It wasn't a classic high kick like before, but so at
Bane Stephen, the holder there, freshman.
Just over 8 minutes left in the third quarter, 49-0 Barnesville. We'll take a short break. Be right back.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
All right, that 41-yard sprint to the end zone there by Blake Messenger, a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown. And now back out, and Garcia to tee it up once again. And this is a Valentine Insurance kickoff. And say Garcia, first time kicking off this year, in his second week that he has been eligible to play. And this kick again, very high. And this is down to about, and it's going to hit the ground. Nobody picks it up. Finally, Buckeye picks it up on about the 10. And he's not even going to get about maybe the 15-yard line. I think the two deep men each thought the other guy was going to take it.
I want to see Garcia make a tackle. I don't know if they do that in Spain much or not.
Yeah. I've seen some soccer games that get
Yeah,
pretty
you're
rough
right.
all the time.
Of course, that's what he is, a soccer player from Spain.
But 2 weeks in a row, he's done a nice job. He's
Yes.
7 for 7 tonight. Makes him 10 for 10 on the year on extra points. Buckeye from their own 15-yard line. Baker. His handoff looks like Eastham.
Flag down.
Eastham, the ball carrier.
Jackson Swally among the tacklers. And we'll see what the flag is.
Personal foul. Block below the waist. 54. Buckeye Local.
Block below the waist on Buckeye Local.
Still first down.
That's a dangerous play. That type of blocking has to be flagged. And that will take the ball back inside the 10. Should be about the 7 or 8, about the 7-yard line. And during all that time, the clock's still running at 49-0 Shamrocks. Baker, quick out, complete. Receiver out to the side. He's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage at the 15.
Baker's pass is complete. Daniel Divjak.
Divjak is hurt.
And he is injured. And we're going to...
That will stop the clock.
And the teammate there was waving frantically over toward the sideline. So that's obviously something you never, ever want to see in any game.
Cooper Baker, the backup sophomore quarterback, 3 for 3 now since coming in to play the second half. Why don't we take a break and we'll come back after this once we see what the situation is with the injury to Divjak. We'll be back after this.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton.
There's a penalty anyway.
All right, coming back up to that injury. A false start now on Buckeye. The injured Buckeye Local Panther there, number 11, was Daniel Divjak, and he was being helped off. He's walking a little bit, but getting a lot of help to the side. So
something with his legs or knees or ankle or something.
When he was tackled there, kind of the legs got caught up underneath him. So that 5-yard step off now puts the ball back at about the 10-yard line. Second down and 15. Again, right up the middle, not much room running there by at the Eastham.
Eastham, the ball carrier.
And I don't think any gain. No gain on the play.
Austin Armstrong with the tackle. That'll bring up now a 3rd and 14.
Again, quick out by Baker, complete. but not much running room, and then a whole lot of green shirts converging on the ball carrier.
Boy, Barnesville just swarms to the ball wherever it's at. They're so quick at getting to the ball. That's Littlejohn with the catch. And that's going to be about a 2-yard gain. That's his first catch of the game.
They've gone his direction a couple of times maybe, and this will be a punt formation now as Buckeye look getting some extra people on the field. We're down inside 4.5 minutes now left in the third quarter.
Only one player deep for Barnesville.
Dombrowski.
That's Knox Mankin, the freshman. And this is him trying to get the outside, but he'll be tackled as he goes to the left.
Nice open field tackle there, and we've seen a couple times tonight, Trey McCoy.
Yeah, we've said his name a lot. He's been playing well.
Nice return, though, up to the 30, looks like about the 33-yard line. And that is in Buckeye local territory. Shamrocks 49-0. Clock now moving again after the change of possession. 4:10 left third quarter.
Barnesville's only had one offensive play in this second half, and they scored on it, and that won't happen this time. Trying to see 32 for the Shamrocks, and that is Mac Borowski. He's a freshman, and he's not going to get any yardage. Good tackle.
Man.
Second down 10.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Barnesville, no hurry. Evan Wells, backup quarterback. And I believe the fullback in there right now is Hayden Bowman, a sophomore. This will be Wells. He's got a man open. He completes it. And I believe, if you can get that yards, Jeff, I think that's Knox Mankin. Yes.
Just number 23, Mankin. He's going to be down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line.
So that's going to be a 16-yard gain to Mankin.
Bicon Services first down into the J&M Electric red zone. And how much you giving him on that?
16.
16, nicely done. Ball now at the 17-yard line.
Nice accurate throw there by Evan Wells on the run to his right.
Wells just a sophomore,
yes.
correct? Yes.
We did see him play a receiver and go in motion and get a carry earlier in the game. All right, this will be a pitch to the left. And fumble. We'll see who's got it.
I think Buckeyes got the football.
And that was Borowski. And he did fumble it. That's the first turnover of the game, and Buckeye Local will get it.
Grady Kindleberg Colabelli.
We wondered if we were going to have to get to say that name.
About the 10-yard line.
So each team now with one turnover, but it is deep. Buckeye Local can't get a break. When they do get a turnover from Barnesville, it's on their own 10-yard line. This will be a sweep.
Sweep to the left side, and somebody just got stood up.
Nice tackle there.
Ball come loose. I think the ball was already dead. Looks like Eastham is the ball carrier. And he got back to about the line of scrimmage. And a big open field tackle.
Blake Messenger. Boy, how many times we said his name, Jeff? Of course, you know that family.
Had a chance I talked to
his mother's
talk to Blake's mom last.
Belgian girl, I believe.
No, she's a Cameron girl, Monroe Central grad.
No, okay. Cameron, Ohio.
Yes, Cameron, Ohio. Baker wants to throw. He's got some pressure. He's going down. Again, not able to see the numbers.
Baker sacked by Austin Armstrong.
Austin Armstrong.
Put the ball down at about the 3-yard line.
That'll be a loss of about 7 yards, it looks like.
We're inside a minute and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Buckeye now out of their own end zone. We're going to get a timeout call here by Barnesville. Again.
Maybe wanting to set up their defense.
There was 11 players on the field, so that's the first thing I always check in these situations to see if there's not the right amount of people.
Which is not unusual when you're playing a lot of subs.
Trying to get a lot of kids into the game here on that. But Buckeye, if something didn't happen here on 3rd and long, they're going to have to punt the ball away. Again, we're 49-0 Barnesville with 1:13 left, 3rd quarter. Clock stopping due to the Barnesville timeout. And let me just read through. Be a good chance here to get one more time here. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Zutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan, Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, and WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital. Thank you for your sponsorship of high school football. And also our end-game sponsors here. Our national anthem is sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union, Valentine Insurance on kickoffs, Bicon Services First Down, J&M Electric on Red Zone, Kemp Insurance Agency touchdowns, and scoreboard updates, Surgeon Construction. Replays on YRPtv by High Street Seneca. And short gain,
I think that was Little John. Nope.
And again, post-game, we will pick a Barnesville player of the game, sponsored by Dairy Queen. 4th down, punt down by Buckeye Local.
Barnesville will get the ball in very good field position here. It looks like Mankin deep again. Line drive. That's going to go out of bounds, I'd say, yes.
Over somewhere around the 40-yard line. It must have hit out of bounds. It ball kept going down the sideline there.
Looked like it stayed in, but that's on the other side from
us. Looks like
us.
they're going to mark him down about the 39-yard line.
So Barnesville will take over 1st and 10 on the Buckeye 39.
Get one play here at the end of this 3rd quarter. The Shamrocks have scored once here in the 3rd quarter and lead the game 49-0. A game like this, Mark, I tell you, picking that Dairy Queen player of the game for the Shamrocks maybe a tough move. I know. I have to go next door and consult the assistant coaches maybe.
We have some linemen apparently playing very well. It's just hard for us to know who's doing well. We have a lineman coming in late.
Zach Foster coming in. They needed a lineman there, and we'll get a whistle as that clock runs out, and it's going to be an encroachment call
on Buckeye. I see it. Well, their defensive lineman was well over the ball.
And they will not even have to run a play as the clock, is going to run out here during that time. So that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. And the score at the end of 3 quarters, Barnesville 49, Buckeye Local nothing. Back with the 4th quarter after this.
New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Still 7-0.
Okay, back here, start the 4th quarter here in a moment.
We were talking there, Union Local now 21-3 ahead of Harrison Central, and we're just not sure what to think about Lindsay. Barnesville does play them this year. Right now, 7-7 against St. Clairsville.
That's a Surgeon Construction scoreboard update.
Still 7-0. Shenandoah Trail. Yeah. All right, this will be Evan Wells. He's going to keep it, and he's got some room. And can anybody catch him? No, they can't. 34-yard touchdown run by sophomore Evan Wells, the backup quarterback. So Evan Wells, just a keeper all along. And Mr. Sanchez here, or Senor Sanchez, is going to get a chance to kick another one.
Kicks down, it's good once again. Luis Garcia kicks it right
I said
through there.
Sanchez, my bad. Sanchez on the other team, Garcia.
That kick makes the score 56-0, and that touchdown there, another Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown. I was looking at the Shamrocks touchdowns now. That's 8 touchdowns and a 3-yard run by Tolliver early. Every other play has been at least 12 yards or more, but they've had a 57-yard touchdown play, a couple 34-yard plays, a 41-yard play for touchdowns. So, a lot of big plays.
Yeah.
When you add this up at the end here, Barnesville's going to have run probably a lot fewer plays from scrimmage than what Buckeye Local will run for the game. But it's what you do with those plays.
Exactly.
The clock stopping at 10:54 as we get ready for a Valentine Insurance kickoff.
What we got to do is get the word to Garcia's to let his parents know these are being live streamed. They could watch over in Spain. He might try to be telling them what he's doing, and they're not sure.
I want to find somebody to put them on that task.
Yes.
Because we have a few more live stream broadcasts of the Shamrocks here during the course of the year.
I know we've had some people listen to or watch and listen overseas. Former Barnesville students or students from other schools that they're playing that are in the military.
Looks like Garcia is going to get the rest of the night off. Teeing up there for this kickoff looks like is maybe Jack Morgan, sophomore.
Jack Morgan, the kick.
There's the Valentine Insurance kickoff.
Not bad.
Down to the 15-yard line, a line drive. Across the 30.
Return up to about the 32.
McCoy, I believe, is the return man there on that. We've seen him on a couple of tackles there. Trey McCoy out to the 32-yard line.
Phoenix Graham with the tackle. I think Detling in on that also.
Of course, the clock is now moving as we're inside 10.5 minutes left in the game of a 56-0 score. Baker's still the quarterback here for the Panthers. He's been saying the snap kind of rolls back to him. Baker picks it up and tries to get forward, but he's going to lose a couple of yards here. He'd be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to lose a yard back to the 31-yard line.
Tackled by Kevin Phillips.
Kevin Phillips with the tackle.
But that snap from the center, it almost didn't even roll back far enough to the quarterback.
I think he skidded that one along the ground. So 2nd and 11.
Again, low snap. Baker throws on a quick out.
He's got a man.
He's got a man down the middle of the field at the 50-yard line, complete. And the biggest Panther play of the day, number 14 is on the reception there. That is Dugan Shadwick.
That'd be 29 yards.
Tackled by Noah Lucas.
Down to the 40-yard line. That is a first down, a Bicon Services first down for the Panthers.
Well thrown ball.
29-yard pickup.
There's another one, right? Same place.
A couple of nice thrown balls, and that's going to be another first down, a Bicon Services first down.
It's going to be
same man.
14 yards.
Same man on the catch there, Shadwick.
They look pretty much like the same play.
Down to the 26-yard line.
Short post.
The Panthers want to do their best here to get on the scoreboard, obviously, here before the end of the game. Again, a little bit of a low snap. Baker's going to try to run it and be swarmed there. He didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that may have been caused again by the bad snap.
Tackled by Jack Swally.
Jack Swally with the tackle. That'll be a loss of 1. Or 2, I'm going to say. Clock down to 8:10 now in the game.
The Panthers quarterback here, sophomore Coop Baker. He's done a couple nice balls here on this possession. Again, the snap bounces back. He picks it up, and he's going to try to run up the middle of the field, but has nowhere to go. Actually slides down to avoid contact.
Yeah.
And he's going to be about
he saw Brody Schaefer coming at him.
to be right about the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a yard.
3rd and 10.
Yeah, actually we'll give him 2 because it was a 2nd and 12. Of course it is a little bit short.
Again,
Another low snap.
Low
Wow.
snap. There's a quick pass, incomplete. Intended receiver, ball just a little bit behind him.
He had a man open there.
Yeah, ball was just a little behind.
Cooper throws the ball hard, a nice tight spiral.
Intended receiver there was Jonas Eddy for the Panthers. He's split out again here wide to the left. Even though it's an incomplete pass, clock is running. Everybody's lined up a little bit back there. Now they move up to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and about 11. Baker wants to throw. Across the middle, incomplete. A lot of traffic in there. An incomplete pass, and that will turn the ball over on downs to the Shamrocks.
A couple good plays there from the backup players for Buckeye Local.
6:48. Clock stopped here for the change of possession till the ball's marked ready for play. 56-0 Barnesville. Shamrocks will take over here, and they're going to spend a timeout here. Yes, this will be a Barnesville timeout here to get some personnel together on that. So with 6:48 left here, once again, I'm going to go through the list again and thank our sponsors down Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, WVU Med, Barnesville Hospital, Dutro Ford, Lincoln Nissan, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, and Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our sponsors, our game sponsors tonight. Also, our National Anthem pregame sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. All end-game kickoffs by Valentine Insurance. First downs by Bicon Services. Red zones visits by J&M Electric. Touchdowns by Kemp Insurance Agency. Scoreboard updates, Surgeon Construction. Video instant replays by High Street Seneca. And a player of the game by Barnesville by Dairy Queen of Barnesville.
And that was Borowski on the carry for the Shamrocks. He's going to pick up about 5 yards.
Clock will move here at 6:20.
Again, a carry up the middle. I think that's Borowski, but we'll see. Yes, it is. And
5'4", 120 freshman listed at Borowski. He's at the 35-yard line.
2-yard gain, that'll make it 3rd and 3. Oh, we have a new quarterback. Thank you, Boomer. Didn't catch that. He's going to run, and he's going to get the first down, I believe. Let's see who that is.
Steven on the carry.
17, that is Bain Steven, if I've got that right.
The Bicon Services first down for Steven out to the 40-yard line. Steven's a 5'7", 120-pound freshman, Bain Steven.
And this will be Bain again. Tries to get the outside corner. He's not going to get it. A flag will be thrown down near where the tackle was made. We'll see if it's a holding or something.
The play lost a couple of yards. It will be a holding call against the Shamrocks. I say this in basketball a lot. When you get into a running clock, it's like, the officials kind of look for a foul or something to call, and there's no action while the clock continues to move. It's almost like here in football. We throw a flag for a holding call that maybe or maybe not, that the clock continues to run while we step off the yardage. Officials will hate me for saying that.
There's a pass. He's got a man open, just overthrew him. Did Bain. He was trying to get that ball to sophomore Hayden Bowman. Clock continuing the run down the 3:45. 2nd and 20 for the Shamrocks. This will be a sweep to the left. And that was Borowski again.
Getting a pretty good workout tonight. Out to the 34-yard line.
Pick up about 4 yards.
3rd down, 16. They need to get to the midfield stripe to get the 1st down. Well, I don't know. I think everybody with shoulder pads on down this Barnesville sideline has been in the game tonight.
Borowski is a freshman. And it's Mac. I was saying Max. Mac Borowski. This will be a pass by Bain. He gets a man. And that it will be good for a 1st down.
Ethan Markham.
Okay, Markham, a sophomore.
A Bicon Services 1st down out to the 46-yard line.
1st down, Shamrocks.
How much gain did you give him on that?
19.
And we're 2:23 left. On that moving clock.
Had movement on the wide receiver on the right.
And he knew it.
Yep. That's Colton Armstrong, freshman.
He's kind of leaning a little too forward there and lost his balance, and it will cost 5 yards.
Barnesville now has 50 yards and penalties. And most of those were in the first half on the starting group. So, 1st and 15. Borowski again, I believe. He'll have a nice little gain there.
We'll get the penalty yardage back, plus maybe another yard, maybe a couple more yards to the 44.
Yep, I may have, let me check. I apologize, that was Hayden Bowman with the carry. That was,
and that penalty before, where then the Shamrocks had to run 1st down over, keeping the clock moving means now we're down to just over a minute left, and probably this play plus one more.
High formation, Bowman at the tailback. It will be to him again. He finds a nice hole down there, carries the pile with him a bit, and still carrying it. He's going to be very close to a 1st down, Jeff. He had 8 yards to get.
Just short.
Yes. Give him 7.
At the 37-yard line. And I believe, yes, the Shamrocks will need to snap the ball one more time. Having trouble getting everybody on the field here and lined up. I'm not sure if that's a legal formation or not, but it's take a knee and ball game over.
And it doesn't matter. All right, so Barnesville will go to 4-0 on the year, and that is win number 40, the 40th consecutive win for the Shamrocks during the regular season. 56-0 Shamrocks. We'll be back as we add up some numbers and figure a few things out. We'll be back with our player of the game and final stats.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. And we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology, and a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
Okay, back here at Barnesville Shamrock Stadium as players make their way toward the locker room after a very impressive 56-0 victory over the Buckeye Local Panthers. Barnesville now 4-0. Buckeye Local is 1-3. Shamrocks on the road for the second time this year. Next week, trip to Monroe Central. Seminoles will probably be 1-3 as they were trailing 28-0 early in the late in the game tonight. This one all Barnesville from the start. 3 Trey Tolliver touchdowns in the first quarter. Runs of 3, 57, and 16 yards. Luis Garcia kicked the extra points after each of those. 21-0 at the end of a quarter. Second quarter, a couple of Cole Francis touchdown passes. One to Joel Detling and one to Phoenix Graham. And Hines Ford added a 12-yard run later in the second quarter. Garcia again perfect on the extra points. It was 42-0 at the half. In the third quarter, Shamrocks had 2 more touchdowns, one in the third quarter, one in the fourth. Blake Messenger, a 41-yard run. And then also backup quarterback Evan Wells with a 34-yard run in the fourth quarter. Garcia's extra points after each of those. He was 8 for 8 tonight with extra points. And that's 56-0 in favor of the Barnesville Shamrocks, and 40 consecutive regular season wins by the Shamrocks. And I don't know, a lot of figuring to do, Mark. Are you ready?
Didn't take me long to do the Buckeye Local numbers, but boy, it took a while to add up the Barnesville stats here. Let's go first with Buckeye Local. They had 2 quarterbacks in. Grant Dombrowski, he was 10 of 13 passing. Cooper Baker was 6 of 9. Baker was sacked 1 time for 7 yards, and Dombrowski was intercepted 1 time. That's the only turnover for Buckeye Local. The total offense for Buckeye Local, they had 7 yards rushing. You're thinking they had 16 at halftime. Well, they had 3 losses for 4 yards each in the second half. So 7 yards rushing, 83 yards passing, 90 yards in offense, and you take away that sack, so that would be 83. And they had 20 yards in penalties, and like we said, 1 turnover, that was the interception. For Barnesville,
Christian Hannes, I believe, was the interceptor.
Yes, he had the interception, correct. One of the defensive linemen. Cole Francis tonight, starting quarterback. He was 7 of 8. Evan Wells, 1 of 1. And then the other quarterback, who did we say? Oh, I've forgotten his name. I apologize. Blaine Stevens, sorry. He was 2 of 2 tonight. Barnesville, a total of 200 yards passing tonight in the game. Rushing, Cole Francis, 1 yard on 2 carries. Trey Tulliver, 122 yards on 7 carries, including 3 touchdowns. Colby Jones, 25 yards on 4 carries. Hines Ford, 3 carries for 19 yards, including a touchdown. Evan Wells carried the ball 2 times for 39 yards. He had a 34-yard touchdown. Mac Borowski tonight, 6 carries for 11 yards. Bain Stephen, 1 carry for 4. And Hayden Bowman, 2 carries for 14 yards. Add them all up. 276 rushing, 200 passing, 476 yards tonight of offense for Barnesville. They were penalized tonight 6 times for 50 yards, and they had 1 turnover, a fumble late in the game. So again, that brings us to the score, 56-0 tonight. Barnesville now 4-0 on the season, and 40 straight regular season victories for the Shamrocks.
And I want to say thank you once again. Of course, I'm Jeff Stevens, along with Mark Brown, Dalton Gambita, our director here tonight, and Andrew Dunlap, our cameraman. Sponsors, again, appreciate those folks being with us this year. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan, WVU Med Barnesville Hospital, Bicon Services, West 40 Auto Sales, Village Hardware and Rental, and Doan Ford. Thank you to their sponsorship. Also, our pregame national anthem that we're doing this year for all of our broadcasts, and that is sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. Endgame kickoffs by Valentine Insurance. Bicon Services sponsored all of our first downs. Red Zone trips by J&M Electric. All touchdowns courtesy of Kemp Insurance Agency. Our scoreboard updates for the night, Surgent Construction. And our replays that you enjoyed on YRPtv by High Street Seneca. Final business tonight, a post-game player of the game, sponsored by Dairy Queen of Barnesville. And I'm going to make the decision on that, but I think everybody's kind of in agreement with me as I talk to some of the other press box people here. Welcome to the United States, Luis Garcia, who tonight was 8 of 8 on extra point placements, along with 3 of 3 last week. And early in the game, his kickoffs were inside the 5-yard line.
And high.
And,
yeah, they were.
And very high, yes.
Yes.
So, a lot of people doing a lot of things, but, I think, the addition to him to the play here is so valuable as far as having the extra points. Is something that the last few years has been, very good with Evan Lowe. And Luis Garcia last week stepped in there, and tonight added kicking off and I'd say there's a good chance we'll see him doing a lot of kicking the rest of the year. So
that's a weapon. The way the Barnesville kickoff team, with their speed, they get down there and you can pin people deep every time. On those kickoff returns, it's a big weapon.
We'll make sure that he gets this certificate to Dairy Queen and out to the office. So if you know Luis, tell him to check in the office next week. Mr. Brown will have that delivered next week sometime, and just a nice job overall. But kind of what we expected tonight, Mark. 56-0. Barnes just some nights you're out personneled, and tonight was definitely the case. Buckeye Local was definitely out personneled, and hopefully Shamrocks came through everything tonight in good health. That's always a concern.
Yeah, we didn't notice any injuries.
So they'll be raring to go next week on their second road trip of the year. As they play at Monroe Central next week, and then after next week, I tell you, we'll start a gauntlet that's probably as challenging as any stretch Barnesville has had in the last few years. We'll talk more about that next week. We got probably I think I got about four Monroe Central games on the air rest of the year also, along with the Barnesville games. So a lot of football to be had, but we're 4 weeks in. The Shamrocks are 4-0.
Yep, and things going and rolling along well. But like you said, things get tougher, but one game at a time. And right now, they'll enjoy this win and then start getting ready for Monroe Central down at Woodsfield next week. Again, for Jeff Stevens, I'm Mark Brown. Your final score tonight, Barnesville 56-0 over Buckeye Local. Good night, everyone.
To high school football, a presentation of AVC Sports on WBMV, Barnesville Woodsfield's 93 BNV.